volunteers, different content. Obviously, I was so nervous, and I was like, man, I really want to post a different kind of ASMR video because I don't want to keep posting just Baldur's Gate. But I was like, I don't know. What if I make something and nobody likes it? It's like au contraire. What if you make something and somebody likes it? So, time to get over yourself, sweetheart. Also, this setup is so funny. I have you set up like I'm sitting on the floor and you guys are on a chair, and so you can swivel. And it's very funny. And I've got this thing going on in my office, and honestly, I think it makes for a cool background. But in one of my other videos, I was talking about how I was gonna go through my garage. So that's what I did. Well, not all of it. Some of it. And I thought it would be a good use of material if I took some of that stuff and did a little ASMR video with it. So I have this backpack that was also in my garage, tag still on. It's a Lounge Vibe backpack, and I filled it with some of the stuff that we're clearing out of our garage, and I thought it would be fun to just kind of go through it. Very reminiscent of like a what's in my bag type situation. There's one tool in here I want to take out first. If I can find it. I know what it is. There's so much. It makes so much noise. Okay. Let me see if I can find it without it being too loud. Found it. It was on the bottom. It's this little crochet hook middle that I thought would be good to use for tracing. Which, the first thing I pulled out, first two things I suppose, were these books. Right, one's a proper book, and one's a little journal. So I thought we'd do that first. Now, I've never actually read this book. This is, technically it was in my sister's box, but it's the book. And that's incredibly hard. Tracing is hard to do backwards. But it's got this little sticker that's got texture on it. And this book, I don't know if you can tell from the fact that it has plastic on it, but it was a library book beforehand. And this was my sister's. Our school's library was tossing out a bunch of books, and this is one of the ones that she picked. And she's never read it either. I don't even know what it's about. Ooh, there's a sticker. There's a bookmark in it. Okay. It says there's a little like book summary. So he would be completely normal if he didn't live in a sprawling graveyard, being raised and educated by ghosts, with a solitary guardian who belongs to neither the world of the living nor of the dead. There are dangers and adventures in the graveyard for a boy, an ancient indigo man beneath the hill, a gateway to a desert leading to an abandoned city of ghouls. The strange and terrible menace of the Sleer. That sounds like a slur. S-L-E-E-R. Slur? Sleer? But if Bob leaves the graveyard, then he'll come under attack from the man, Jack, who has already killed Bob's family. Bod? Bob. Bod. Interesting. Maybe I'm too dyslexic. But that's this book. And if you can see, right here, you can see how much it costs. So it's in US, it was $18, $17.99, and in Canadian money, it was $19.50. So nearly $20, which is crazy. And then the second one that I had is this. It's 500 year glass. And this is a Doctor Who journal. So the pages, all of them are blank. Oh, wait. Nope, there's a drawing in it. there's a drawing in it from when I was a kid. When I was just learning to draw, just in the center of the book. Okay, yep, the only page used in this entire thing was just in the center of the book. But this, like, I love the way the different books sound, which is kind of a crazy thing to say unless you like listen to a lot of ASMR, which I do. Not like, I wouldn't say I'm the worst. I think that there are definitely people that are worse than me, but I like to listen to it. I listen to it almost every night because it's very non-stimulating, and if I'm not wanting to go to sleep yet, I would much rather watch something. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of like an obvious statement, but I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, the difference between those two books sounds nice. The next thing that, this is like a random amount of things that I just pulled because I thought they would sound good, but this, let me actually do an influencer thing. This little guy, just a horse, right? And it's a shoehorn, which is good. I actually, strangely enough, needed a shoehorn because my regular shoes are completely and utterly falling apart, and it's very sad because they're the newest pair of shoes that I own. Little red tennis shoes. However, they are indeed just horribly broken. And I refuse to throw them away. So I was needing one of these because it is the heel bit that is just horribly broken. I should just throw them away and get a new pair. Maybe when I can afford to get a new pair of shoes, I will do that. But until then, I either wear the tennis shoes or a pair of heels, boot heels, quickly becoming the easiest thing for me to put on and take off. So, I needed one of these. Next thing in my bag. So, I don't know how many of you guys had parents that basically started giving you adult gifts at a young age to be like, oh, these are for when you get older. But this was one of them. It was $5.99. Yeah, $5.99, so $6. And it's a knife sharpener. And it's got 2 slots. And it says on the edge, etched into, I don't know if I can get it in a way that you can see it, etched into the stainless steel. It says either fine knives or coarse knives. And I've actually been needing these so bad, it's not even funny. I do all of the cooking. We don't eat out. It's not in the budget, and I also just genuinely love cooking. And I just cooked earlier today for 5 people, which is the most I've cooked for in a hot minute. Because there's my family, which is me and my father, and my sister, and then I started watching this Netflix show called Arcane, and we started watching that. And first of all, it's so good. I was a little concerned that it was overhyped, but it's so good. And so that's 4 people that I was cooking for. And then last second, my other friend got invited. I was like, oh no, alright, let me rush to cook another meal for her. But I need to sharpen my knives. So I'm really glad that we found that, because it's kind of a tedious task, but necessary, you know. Alright. Next thing. I live in the South. I live in Florida. However, a lot of my family lived in Buffalo. And this was in their box. So, this is a Buffalo Savings Bank ruler. So, you have the traditional foot, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 inches, and it's textured. So I don't know how well that picks up. Oh, one of my favorite triggers when it was pretty popular was the which spot's closer, here or here? Which one's closer to the camera? Here or here? And obviously it's the one down there. But for whatever reason, when it came out, that was just like the best trigger. But so it's got the typical foot, and then it folds, so it folds out to be 2 feet. So you've got 1 all the way through 24. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, gets better because it folds out one more time to be a yardstick. A yardstick, a foldable yardstick. I don't know why I thought this was the coolest thing when I pulled it out of the box. So it goes all the way from 1 inch to 32 inches or 35 inches. 35 all the way back to 1. Should I count all the way to 31? Yeah, we'll do it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 35 to 1. And that would be the real. Which one's closer? What's closer? But yeah, I thought this was so cool. I don't know why. This just seemed like the world's coolest thing when I pulled it out of the box. A collapsible yardstick. What's next? I only wanted this video to be 15 minutes long. Anyway, so the next one is again one of those things that my parents got me, my mother specifically, to be like an adult gift. And it's in this very, very crinkly bag. Just got vision, guys. But no, it's a garlic press. So you take it and you crush garlic with it. And then you tap garlic out. And so you take it and you crush garlic with it. Now, obviously, I have not used this one before. However, my sister lives with us and she also got this for her birthday or for Christmas or whatever it was. So we didn't use that one and we used it so much we broke it. So it was very nice to find this one. And I'm gonna open it and use it downstairs in our kitchen. And that's so convenient and so nice because right now I crush garlic with a knife and then I mince it. And it'll be nice to crush it and then be able to do it that way and be so much more convenient. And I thought that was amazing. Such a good find. It's like going shopping. Okay, I think I only have one more in here. So my grandparents were jewelers. They made jewelry. And going through their things, we have a ton. I mean, quite a few ring. I don't even know what you technically call them. Ring guides, ring measurers. So there's 2 of each size on this, and I think they make such a pretty sound. also on this like thing, and it reminds me of like an old key ring. It just kind of sounds very musical to me. I don't know how else to describe it, but it goes from a size 1, a size 1, a size 1. I don't know if you guys can read that. There's a little 1 on there. All the way to a size 16. Once again, I don't know if you guys. Oh, 15, sorry. A size of 15. There you go. And size 1 does not even fit on my pinky. It's so very, very small. And size 15 does not even fit my middle finger because it's so very, very large. I don't know if I can find a way to show you quite how large this is. There's my dog. And it's so fun to measure. My friends for the ring size. My ring size is a 10. And most of the time, I can look at somebody's fingers and tell you what your ring size is. Because it's fun to play around with them. Now, obviously, I'm talking ring finger. I should probably go. The thing is that this doesn't have half numbers. So I should probably be a 10 and 1/16th, or even a 10 and 1/8. But they don't have those in this set. Because a 10 is just slightly too small for me. But yeah, I thought that that was really cool. So, I think that's everything that was in my bag. Yeah, that's everything. It's in my little bag. I love this bag. My grandmother got it for me. I haven't seen the new Stitch movie that just came out. But I've heard some atrocities about it. And that's very sad. But this bag is cute. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's much, this is a much smaller video, and obviously very different because I've only posted Baldur's Gate gameplay, but this is me doing this because I really want to, and I feel like it's fun, and I don't want to play games all the time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Now it's like 3 in the morning, and I should probably go to sleep. Good night. My dog keeps looking over there like there's something over here. Like there's something there. But that is indeed just a corner, and that's my desk that I don't ever sit at anymore. Anyway, good night, you guys. I hope you rest well if you're falling asleep, that you continue to rest well. If you're still awake, I hope that your waking hours are very, very nice and very calming and very relaxing. And just know that I